In today's video, I am taking you with me to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Orlando, Florida at Universal Studios. So if you're interested in seeing everything that's in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, including the food, the shops, we go to Diagon Alley, Hogsmeade, the Hogwarts Express, we go to the castle, we do it all in this video. So if you're interested in the rides and more, then just keep on watching. Welcome back, and my name is Brittany. For those of you who are new here, I do home and lifestyle here on this channel that includes shop with me's for home decor, hauls, and homemaking videos. So if you're interested in that sort of content, hit the subscribe button below and let's get into today's video.
So I assume we have Hogwarts students here. I always wanted to be Gryffindor. As you can see, I have no guts.
So today's video is a little different because I took a trip for my birthday to Harry Potter World because I'm Harry Potter obsessed and I have been for decades, and I wanted to see it. I wanted to do all of the things. So the first thing I did is I went to the Leaky Cauldron. I had my first English breakfast. It even had the black pudding on it, which I just kind of nibbled at. It really just tastes like sausage, but I was weirded out by the color, so I didn't finish it, but I finished everything else, and it was a really good breakfast. And then I also tried butterbeer for the first time. This was really exciting. I had never imagined what it could taste like. So I had all three types. The first one that I had was the warm butterbeer, which tastes like melted vanilla ice cream, if I could describe it in any way. It was really good. After breakfast, I was then off to explore some of the shops in Diagon Alley on my way to Gringotts Bank. The shops are really, really cool. So there's three different types. There's either the shops that are just like the storefront where you can kind of look into it and see what it is, but it's not actually an open shop. It's like closed. And then you have the shops that are open that are exactly like what they describe in the books and have all of the things. And then there's shops that are from the books, but when you walk inside, it's just a souvenir store. They really stayed on theme and I absolutely loved it. When I tell you they had everything you could think of purchasing at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, from luggage to clothing to all of the supplies and things, it was all there. Now, I'm a Gryffindor, so I like to shop the stuff for Gryffindor, but of course, if I wasn't, I would definitely be in Ravenclaw because I love their colors. But I'm always so shocked that there are so many people that represent Slytherin. Like, it's like the second most popular house. Like, I feel like if you don't see somebody in Gryffindor wear, you're gonna see somebody in Slytherin wear. It's also really cool to walk around and see all the people that are taking out their wands and doing all of the spells and charms to get things to move and stuff like that. And when you look in the shop windows, there's all this type of magic going on, from books moving to themselves, to cauldrons stirring themselves, to brooms sweeping themselves. Like, it is all just like the books. I am just so in love with this place. And by far, one of the coolest things that everyone loves is every 10 minutes on a day when it's not windy, the dragon blows. I love this mirror at the dress shop because it geeks you up.
Look amazing.
But by far, I was most impressed with this dress. It was so gorgeous every time I went back to the shop, because I did go multiple days and I just kept going to the shop. I love this dress. It was mesmerizing. And here's Hermione's Yule Ball dress, if you remember that movie. And this is Ravenclaw's diadem, which was a Horcrux, if you remember. So many of the things from the movies and the books were sold in the shops. You could actually buy them. I was like this close to buying a Gryffindor backpack, which I really didn't need. If I was still in school, I definitely would have copped it because I absolutely love this red backpack. I did really love this tumbler. It was only $25, and I should have got this actually, because with the amount of bottles of water that I purchased during this trip, I definitely paid for that tumbler over. So I went to Ollivander's to get the Ollivander experience. Ollivander's is one of two wand shops in the Wizarding World. They also have Gregorovich's shop, but I definitely want to do Ollivander's because that's the one that Harry got his wand at. And I wanted to see the wand experience that you could do there, which is really cool because you actually get to be Harry and the wand chooses you, and it's such an experience. I know during COVID for a while they were doing one party per experience, but now they do 25 people to a party, and they just pick one person for the experience. I wasn't chosen, but that was fine. There was this little boy that was chosen, and I know how exciting that is as a little kid, so it was fun to watch him get to do it. But this was such a cool experience. But you can either keep and purchase the one that they choose for you, or you can pick out your own one in the Ollivander shop once you finish the experience. I tell you, they have a wand for every character that's mentioned, and if you don't want a specific character's wand, you can just choose a regular one. I actually did choose one that I actually like. My wand is chestnut with a unicorn hair core. I actually did go with this one because the Luna Lovegood one that I wanted, they don't make anymore. They actually replaced her old one, which is part of the Dumbledore's Army set.
Unicorn hair core. You see, chestnut ones, they can sense integrity and a love of beasts. Yes. Being chosen by a chestnut wand, it bodes well for you, as they choose leaders, particularly those who wish to use their magic for good. How is that?
So the chestnut and unicorn hair one that I bought, I absolutely love it. And most of the wands are interactive and you can use them. They're ready to go to do all the spells in Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. So my next move was to Gringotts Bank. I wanted to ride the ride that's inside the Gringotts Bank. I did have an express pass, so I was able to skip the lines, which was very convenient for me, especially for my first day actually in the park. The ride was called Escape from Gringotts, and it was so fun. It's basically like you're being taken on this journey through the bank, kind of like you're Harry. The goblin takes you down to the deep depths of the cellars and all of that, and then you get caught down there, and Harry and Ron's brother Bill, they have to save you and get you out of there. So Hermione and all of them, they hook your ride onto the back of the dragon with this chain, and they fly you up out of there, and it's just so fun. I don't know how to explain it. You have to ride it. And Universal is very different from Disney in that they don't let you take like any phones or any loose things on these rides, so they provide you with lockers that you can put your stuff in. The only way you can really get around it is if you have like a fanny pack strapped to you or something like that. But even on their most extreme roller coasters, like when I went to Jurassic Park and rode the Velociraptor, they did not allow even fanny packs. So you just have to check the rules of each ride and see what's allowed. I was looking for the Gilly Water stand where they sell typically potions that you can mix with your water, but it wasn't open at the time I was there. So my next stop was to Nocturne Alley. I wanted to see Borgin and Burkes, but I love that they have all of the little different magic places that you can stop and do your spells. It actually has the little emblem in the ground, and it tells you the spell and the motion that you need to do with your wand to do it, and then you just point it at the sensor, and then you do it, and then it comes to life, which is so cool. So Borgin and Burkes did have the vanishing cabinet, and if you listen really closely, you can actually hear the bird inside. And then they also had a chest with a Bogart or a Dementor, I'm not sure. I don't think anyone could get enough of this dragon. Every 10 of the hour, everyone stops what they're doing and they pull out their phones and they record this dragon. It's so funny. But on my way out of Diagon Alley, I wanted to go back out into London to catch the Hogwarts Express out of King's Cross to go to Hogsmeade. And if you stop at the telephone booth, then you can call the Ministry of Magic, which is pretty cool. got to Hogsmeade. It was so breathtakingly beautiful. I absolutely loved the landscaping and all of the trees that they had there. They had Christmas trees growing, and it was just so pretty. And the weather is perfect. It was like 70 degrees during the heat of the day, and at night it would get down to about 55. I have learned something by traveling to Florida in the winter season. It's actually the perfect time to go. You don't have the humidity there that you typically have in the summer there, so you don't get the amount of rain that you typically would get in the summer. In the winter, Florida is just so nice. One of the cool things about the Wizarding World is you can buy howlers and send them through the actual mail to your friends and family, which is pretty cool. And you can buy these wands anywhere within the two parks. So not just at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Like if you leave out of there and you go to souvenir shops in Universal Studios, there's other souvenir shops that sell Harry Potter merchandise. So one of the most exciting things of the Wizarding World is obviously the castle. You can go inside. There's actually a ride inside the castle. It's the Forbidden Journey, but it has all of the stuff. Like you can just tour the castle without doing the ride. And just a little warning, the ride, if you get motion sickness, you definitely will get it on this ride because there's just so much motion picture involved in the ride and you're moving around and all of this stuff on the car. So if you don't like motion sickness, you won't like this ride, but you can just tour the castle. It has all the cool things. You can go into the Defense of the Dark Arts. The queue of the line is actually in the greenhouses where they had herbology class, grew the mandrakes and all of that. So this is pretty cool. Like I had express pass, but I could also do single rider, but they told me that if I did either, I would skip a bunch of the stuff in the castle. And I was like, why would I come to Wizarding World of Harry Potter and skip stuff in the castle? I'm not doing that. So I definitely took the long route so I could see everything in the castle, and it was completely worth it. The only thing they don't have in the castle that would have just made it even better are the moving staircases, but I can understand why they couldn't do that safely. So Dumbledore's office was pretty cool. You could actually see Dumbledore. He was there talking to you. You could also see the sword of Gryffindor. The pensieve was there. They had portraits on the wall. Some of them were moving portraits, some of them weren't. You had to actually look and kind of see which ones were. They had portraits that were covered just like the book. There was so much detail in the castle. I absolutely loved it. One of the coolest parts was the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, where you would run into Harry, Ron, and Hermione. So this is all part of the queue while you're waiting on the ride. You can see all these cool things.
Keep it down, you two. This will work fine if you stop bickering.
So as you can see, we got to see the fat lady in the portrait to Gryffindor Tower. We didn't get to go inside Gryffindor Tower, obviously, but that was pretty cool. And then also the sorting hat was there. And then once you finish the ride, it dumps you off into Filch's Emporium, which is the shop of all the confiscated goods. And so you can buy all the souvenirs there, including the Marauders map. This was so cool. I absolutely love this store. So after I did the ride of the Forbidden Journey at the castle, which was pretty cool, it just does cause a little motion sickness, as I was stated, but the Flight of the Hippogriff is a cool little kiddie ride across from the castle. It is really fun. It's just so short. Like, if you think Peter Pan's flight at Disney is short, this ride beats it by at least half. But then I went to go have lunch at the Three Broomsticks. I had the fish and chips. The fish and chips was so good here, but drum roll, now that I've tried the fish and chips at both Disney World, at the UK at Epcot, and also at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I must say the winner is Disney World. Even though it was really good at the Three Broomsticks, the way that Disney World gets the beer batter to adhere to the fish and not fall off is just something special. But I also had the chilled butterbeer this time, and this one was very special. It has like a soda type taste, and it's cold and foamy at the top. It is so good. This was by far my favorite butterbeer of the three. So after lunch in Hogsmeade, I went over to Hagrid's hut to ride Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. Now, this ride is a 2-hour wait, typically, like on average, but when I was in the line, it was a little less than 55 minutes. You can check on the Universal app just like you can at Disney World and check the wait times. Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure is probably my favorite ride because it just keeps going faster, so it's so fun. So as soon as I finished Hagrid's, I skipped over to Jurassic Park because it's right across the bridge from Hogsmeade, so it really didn't make any sense not to go over there. I was obsessed with Jurassic Park before Harry Potter ever came out, so it was so fun to get to go over there and just be in the moment, in the vibe of the music, because they're playing the music, which is one of the things that makes the Wizarding World so cool, is they're playing all the soundtracks from all the movies, and it's a total vibe. So the Velocicoaster at Jurassic Park is insane. Like, this is the roller coaster of all roller coasters. I don't think I've ever ridden a roller coaster ride like this, and if I have, it has been decades because I'm grown now, and you know how grown folks are on roller coasters. Like, we don't want to lose nothing, so. But this is one of those rides where it makes you question the integrity, so you start looking at the structure before you actually get on it. This ride was so fun. If you know me, you know I love Jeeps, and the Jurassic Park Jeep is such a classic. So after I rode the Velocicoaster, I skipped back over to Hogsmeade because, again, it's right next door. And the only reason I even went to Universal was for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I wanted to grab dinner before the castle show that they do at the end of every night. Between the wait with Hagrid's motorbike adventure and the Velocicoaster at Jurassic Park, I think probably 4 hours had gone by since I'd had lunch. So it was dinner time. I went back to the Three Broomsticks because that is the restaurant in Hogsmeade, and I just had potato leek soup and a side salad with the frozen butterbeer. The frozen butterbeer is really good. It's just like the cold butterbeer, but it doesn't have that soda pop to it. But after dinner, I went and saw the castle show, and it was so beautiful. But I do wish I would have had a warm butterbeer instead of the frozen during that show because it was cold. The next morning, I just had a regular breakfast, American breakfast at the Three Broomsticks. And then after more shopping in Hogsmeade, I rode the train back to Diagon Alley because it is a different train ride when you are going from Hogsmeade to Diagon Alley than it is when you're going from Diagon Alley to Hogsmeade. So it's like you're actually leaving the castle and going on that journey, which is pretty cool. I also shopped more stores at Diagon Alley that I didn't really go into the first day. It was nice to be able to take 2 days and do everything at the Wizarding World because I was able to really take my time. You can do everything in one day, but you really have to rush. And being that I was doing sit down at all the different restaurants and eating all the different meals, and I took the small detour to Jurassic Park for a few hours, I was able to take my time, and it was just really nice and relaxing. So I didn't want to leave the Wizarding World without doing some of the magic myself, so I got my wand out. And I also went to the ice cream parlor in Diagon Alley and got Harry Potter's favorite ice cream, which is the strawberry and peanut butter ice cream. It was so good. And And then I went back to the Leaky Cauldron and had lunch, and I had the bangers and mash, which was really good. They served it with peas and a steamed vegetable medley. This was served over mashed potatoes with cooked cabbage. It was so good. I also had their tart lemonade, which was really tart. They put a whole lemon in there, but it was really good. And as a part of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter package that I was able to do a cute little photo shoot at the Shutter Buttons photography studio in Diagon Alley, which was really fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and found it helpful and useful to see what's at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in case you are going or planning a trip. If you did, you can give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below for more content like this. I have also posted videos of our Disney World trips as well. And you can hit the bell notification to be notified on Mondays, Fridays, and Sundays when I upload. Typically on Mondays, we do Shop With Me's at all my favorite home decor stores. This week is a special week because it was my birthday week, so I wanted to get this vlog up for you guys. And on Fridays, I take you to Target to see what's new in home decor. And on Sundays, I bring you lifestyle and homemaking content, especially from the new house. So I hope to see you in another video, which might be somewhere on your screen. But until then, be your own kind of beautiful.